Why should anyone subscribe to your channel? Good question. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have no idea what I'm doing. I am hungry and feel like filming, so that's where we're at with this. I've been going through, I'm feeding dog chips. I'm feeding chips to my dog. I've been going through a lot of tag videos recently, and I've come across one called the new YouTuber tag. And I kid you not, I opened up maybe 10 of these videos. Some of them I clicked right out of because when you look like a petite ballerina and you sound like a 40-year-old fisherman with lung cancer, I can't. I can't. Off topic. As I was going through a lot of these tag videos, I was looking at a lot of the questions that they were answering, and most of them were 15 questions, and I've copied and pasted them into a notepad that I have right in front of me here. But the one thing that I noticed that I thought was so entertaining is that none of them had the same series of questions, and a lot of them were like related to each other. They were all in the same related searches, and some of them even tagged each other. So it's kind of like, did you just pick 15 questions and roll with it? Because that's what I'm doing. So instead of just being one of those people, I decided that, I'm too hungry to eat first and then film. So why don't we just turn this into a mukbang, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, I truly don't necessarily understand exactly what a mukbang is, but I feel like I've watched enough Trisha Paytas videos to have mastered the subject, so that's where we're at. I've created a triage trilogy of sour cream, queso, and salsa. And I have corn chips. Before we get started, I'd like for you to tell me your 3 favorite dips for chips. Because I love sour cream. I have no guacamole in front of me. That probably would have been a close 4th place, but I think I'm pretty set right here. So I gotta tell you, I was in a pretty pissy mood earlier where I basically cried off half of a face and laid and wallowed in self-pity and decided what better thing to do the rest of my day than this. I have 2 groups of 15 questions that I have on my laptop right in front of me, and this is not very easy. I'm really trying to decide if the chip in my hand is big enough or small enough to dip, read questions on my computer, and then also cater to the fur ball I have beneath me. It's intense. Life is hard. But before we get started, I'm going to turn off that fan. Let's get started. Okay, the first 15 questions are boring, to say the least. There are things that I'm going to speed right past, and I'm going to tell you what they are. What is your name? Obvious. Where are you from? Who knows? How tall are you? This tall. How many siblings do you have? Next. Is this your first channel? Obvi. What's your channel about? That's a crash and burn situation question that I can't really answer. Why should anyone subscribe to your channel? Good question. Where do you see your channel in 5 years? Exactly where it's been for the past 5 years. What inspired you to start making videos? Here's a good question. True story, if you look back on my channel, about 7 or 8 years ago, I filmed a video with my cell phone calling a 1-800 number to vote and legalize marijuana. Side note, I wasn't voting for anything. It was just one of those click this button on your phone at the beep. But that video still is up. That was one of the first things that I felt truly compelled to put out on the internet for all the world to see. And I'd say at the root of that video, it was me being myself. There's your aspiration. What are some of your favorite YouTubers? I have a shitload of favorite YouTubers. What does your username mean? So my username is official alye, and a lot of famous people have official in front of their name, and I just decided from day one that I am official, and no one can change that. That's probably a really dumb answer, but the original channel name that I have is Debut Diva. I first found the name Debut Diva in a Teen Bop magazine when they were talking about different divas. Like Missy Elliott was the hip-hop diva, Celine Dion was the love song diva, and it was literally right when Baby One More Time came out and Britney Spears was the debut or the brand new diva. And I have been using that screen name on AOL and whatnot since the beginning of Britney Spears' career. I'm trying to think about how old I was, and that's just, nobody wants to know that. That's a long time ago. If you don't know who Britney Spears is, then I'm old. 12 and 13, what is the best thing about YouTube and what is the worst thing about YouTube? We don't have enough time for either one of those. What are your goals when it comes to YouTube? Hashtag goals, none. Any advice for new YouTubers? You really think I should be giving advice? Hashtag goals. I'm like separating out big chips from little chips. I'm a weird chewer. So that's the first group of 15 questions. Pretty numb, right? There's nothing really interesting about that. So the second group of 15 questions, I don't know. It could be like a rolling downhill crash and burn situation. We don't know. Let's go there. Number 1, describe your content in 1 sentence. A dumpster fire with lipstick and sass. What equipment do you use to film? This one. I have a Canon EOS Rebel SL2 camera. I have a MacBook. I have 2 softboxes. I have a Ricky Skitty mirror and a lot of extension cords. I see you. Want another chip? What do you use to edit? iMovie, because it was free on my computer. Do I want to be somebody that's like, ooh, let me upgrade to the next program? Let me figure out how to fully fucking understand iMovie first before I move on to anything. Also, I used to film on my phone a lot, so I'm the tech queen. I feel like if I try to talk with food in my mouth, I'm gonna have a tortilla chip like shoved between my tooth and my gum and stab me. So it's like I need to focus on that. Is that scary? Is that weird? Which YouTuber do you resemble the most in terms of content? I resemble adawg.info, aka Official Allie, aka Allison, aka myself. Because honestly, if I tried to copy anyone, it would literally be a fuck show. Which big YouTuber would you like to collab with and why? Does your channel meet the new monetization guidelines? You're funny. Do you think the new guidelines are fair? Do I fucking care? What do you classify as a small YouTuber? Okay. Here's the tea. As I film this video, I have 70 subscribers. On average, I have about 15 views per video. Small YouTuber. List 3 hobbies outside of YouTube. Pass. When do you upload? Inconsistently. Where do you want your channel to be in a year's time? Online or at www.youtube.com/debutdiva. That's where it was last year. That's where it should be next year. Tell us your social medias. Okay, talking about social media, here's an interesting current event. Fun fact. I stopped using Facebook quite a long time ago, and very recently I've been kind of looking up some of the people that I grew up with. Look like they're about 5 to 10 years older than me. Like, having a slight skincare obsession does a body good. No. Does a face good, because this, we're keeping it below the camera for a reason. I thought that was fun to share. So we've blazed through quite a few questions here already, and there's only 1 question left, and so I decided to add a bonus question, if you will. Number 15, does pineapple belong on pizza? Pineapple is not born on pizza, but you can apply it if you so desire. I personally, here's my 2 cents on that. I love a good cheese pizza, but I'll eat anything you put on a pizza because I'm not afraid to try new things on pizza, of all things. Pizza is like a top 3 favorite food. I bought this last night at Walgreens, and it's like room temperature, but it's still fizzy. Okay. This kind of coincides with what I said about the ballerina that sounded like a 40-year-old fisherman with lung cancer. The one thing that you will never do on your channel, this is the question that I've decided to add. And this is how I felt about her beautiful self. As long as I have this much hair, I will never, ever wear a wig. And I mean like outside of like the comical rainbow clown wig, I just don't feel the need to ever put on another fucking wig. I have enough fucking hair. The lovely soul, the ballerina, that I saw when I was going through all these new YouTuber tags had her hairline. And you know, you can dye your hair blonde, it can be pretty brassy, you can have weird tinges of color to it, but it was that natural brown to this like blonde color underneath, and then her wig that started back here, natural hairline wig, had this like jet black root with this just seriously different color blonde to it, and I was just kind of like, not only does she sound like Gordon the Fisherman, but she looks like him too. So if you feel like you really learned nothing here, then we're probably on the same page. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope that you enjoy this entertaining little mukbang questionnaire tag. I'm not tagging anyone specific in my description box, but if you read the title and you feel like you are a new YouTuber, then tag you are it. And to be extremely honest, I have a lot of things that I want to do with my channel. I love playing with makeup. I think it's a very lighthearted subject. I love having serious conversations with you guys, and I love trying new things. And pretty much, I don't feel like I'm gonna stick to one specific thing anymore on my channel. I'm just gonna... Oh, root beer, you done me wrong. What was I just talking about? End result, I like to have fun. And if you like to have fun too, then maybe we ran into each other for a reason. So, without further ado, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you like watching bullshit like this, and I look forward to bringing you more bullshit like this in the future. Bye, you guys.